going on?
Thank you so much.
Feel like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family. Smoochie.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. I'm Mike Babcock with my guy, as always, Mojo Mutati. Mojo, on this show, we have many times done a segment called NBA Oddities. Well, today we've got something so special, so significant in the NBA that we're just going to do singular, an NBA oddity, starring the three-time NBA MVP, a guy who is going to be a first-ballot Hall of Famer, a guy who is undoubtedly one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Nikola Jokic, Mojo, last night made NBA history with the highest-scoring triple-double in the history of the league. That includes LeBron James, Michael Jordan, every great player that we have ever seen step on that hardwood, Mojo, but nobody has ever before scored 61 points. That is an amazing game no matter what. If you didn't catch a single rebound or dish out a single assist, Mojo, that'd be an amazing game. But Jokic, 61 points, grabs 10 boards, dishes out 10 assists. And get this, a double overtime loss, Mojo. He played that well, but the team still lost the game to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who, of course, have some firepower on the other side. Now, after the game, Anthony Edwards, who was one of the best, one of the most talented young players in the NBA, he just couldn't help believe with what he saw, Mojo. Even Ant Edwards in awe at Jokic's performance. Watch this.
That might have been the best game of my life, like, that I've been a part of. Nikola Jokic, bro. Oh, my God. He might be the best basketball player I've ever seen, like, close up, besides myself, to myself. Bro, he's incredible, bro. The MVP race is tough, man. I don't know. And he had 60. That was crazy.
How did you guys manage just the ups and the downs of it, and how crazy it was?
We was just hoping he missed. It was at one point we was just like, bro, we hope you miss, bro.
I mean, there it is, Mojo. He's already won 3 MVPs. Shea in OKC is the likely MVP this year, although Jokic is right there, but he's an all-time great, and it's an all-time performance.
Hey, man, you break the record for highest scoring triple-double ever. Your name moves up the rankings just a little bit, even if you're at 2 coming for that top spot. This is insane. I mean, this is history that's made. Obviously something that's never done before, but a triple-double and 61 points. I don't know what's crazier, that or the fact that they lost with the game. I mean, that just shows you, maybe the guy could use a little support outside of it. I mean, I don't know. You would say maybe he should have passed the ball more, but the dude literally had a triple-double, so he checked literally every single one of the boxes here. I mean, again, Anthony Edwards doesn't even know what to say. I mean, he's one of the best players in the league, an intelligent guy, and he's at a loss for words here. I mean, who wouldn't be after witnessing that in person, especially playing for the other team?
I could not agree more. And the reality is, if this were LeBron James who had done this, it would be wall-to-wall conversation on television. It would be talked about nonstop, ad nauseum. But Jokic he's a little bit of a strange character, Mojo. And some people love it, some people don't like it. You may remember, and I'm glad we showed a photo of him with his horses, because this was a few years ago, Mojo, when he won one of his 3 MVP awards. He actually pulled up to the ceremony where he received the award in a horse and a buggy. So then last night, Mojo, fast forward a little bit, he meets with the media after the game to talk about the performance, and he couldn't help but draw a comparison to his thoroughbred racehorses. Watch this.
I think racehorses actually know when the race is coming. I think we are born for this. I think we train since we were little, so I always have my opinion that horses are basically like athletes, and they're really similar to us or whatever. You know, they have different characters and stuff, and even in a race there's a different character in the horses. But I think they are born to run, and we are born to place.
He's one of a kind on the basketball court, and he's one of a kind off the basketball court, too.
Oh, man. Well, it's not really a fair game at this point. James! Can you just wait? Can you just be kind and come over here with me and check on James? Dog, Des, we know you won, but okay. Turn around. Okay, we gonna check on him, but I mean, I don't.
Mojo, we're obviously going to stick right here with the NBA, from the highlights with Nikola Jokic to the lowlights with this poor fan last night in Atlanta. It was halftime of the Hawks game, and like most NBA teams do, you want to provide some sort of entertainment for the fans while the players are in the locker room. So they had two fans out there playing a version of tic-tac-toe. Well, Mojo, what incredible hops right there. Mojo, this guy goes in and obviously attempts the layup. He seems to slip, Mojo, and boy, and I don't mean to laugh at him, and I hope this guy is okay, and there is some indication that he will be okay, but the dude goes down, Mojo. He seemed to suffer some sort of serious injury to his left knee area there. I don't know if it's an ACL or something else, but this looked to be a serious injury. Now, we do have a bit of good news here. There is some reason for optimism here. So we have spoken with the Atlanta Hawks. Here's what they had to say about this fan. We have reached out to the season ticket member injured last night while participating in an on-court game during a timeout. He is in good spirits and expects a full recovery. So that's great news, Mojo. Obviously, this is not what they intended to have happen. You don't want to see somebody hurt, and definitely not want to see someone hurt like this. As far as this guy and his buddies, I don't think he's ever going to live that down.
Well, to start this one, Babcock, let's talk about how we know that this happened in Atlanta when his competitor did not stop, started putting a little flair, a little stank on those layups, taking his time, almost like a very passive-aggressive way to trash talk his competitor as he's writhing on the ground and in pain. The announcer, too, pretty hilarious, not knowing exactly how to handle the situation, but definitely calling this other dude out on it. But now let's talk about the man in question here. If he slipped, I wonder how that affects this situation, because my mind goes to a legal standpoint here. Is this gonna be a lawsuit? The fact that he's a season ticket holder, that might make this even more interesting. That might play into this suit somehow, if there is one. Obviously, if you're the team, you probably had that guy sign waivers. You probably tried to get ahead of it, but you never know how these things go down. He might be in great spirits because he knows what's coming next. That's what I'll say there, Babcock.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We are almost out of time for this segment, though, Mojo. But just because he's the boss and I like watching him fall, this reminds me of, boom. Here is our own fearless leader, Harvey Levin's version of what happened last night in Atlanta. Thankfully, Harvey didn't blow out his ACL, but he did land on his ass. And I can't lie, I love seeing it. Coming up next on TMZ Sports, the last out from the Dodgers' 2024 World Series victory over the New York Yankees is on the auction block, and the money, well, it's going to a great cause. We'll explain next on TMZ Sports.
High fly ball, deep left field. De La Cruz sprinting back. It's gone! Mookie Betts gives the Dodgers the lead.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, there he was, the great Mookie Betts. With one swing of the bat, all you people who thought the Dodgers were about to take their first loss of the season, think again. Ultimately, the Dodgers end up beating the Diamondbacks 3-1. Now, Chris Sale was rolling for most of this game, Mojo. He was actually one-hitting the Dodgers, and that's impressive knowing how potent that lineup is. But, again, ultimately, they end up winning the game 3-1 and are undefeated as we sit here and tape today, Mojo, on Wednesday. Well, that leads us into something very special that is now on the auction block. Of course, the Dodgers are overwhelming favorites to win the World Series again this year. We know last year, the 2024 Dodgers were World Series champions. In fact, they met very little resistance when they faced the New York Yankees. Obviously, they won that series in 5 games. Mojo, 2024 World Series champions. Now, Alex Verdugo, Yankee, struck out, final out, 9th inning, Game 5 of the World Series. That ball is now up for auction, and the money is going to go to a great cause, to fire relief, Mojo. Had an opportunity a couple of days ago, on Monday, as a matter of fact, to sit down with a guy named Harlan Warner. Harlan Warner is very big when it comes to the collectibles and the card industry. He is the man who is facilitating the sale of this baseball. There's the ball. He sat down with us, talked to us about this very special memorabilia. Check this out.
The Dodgers season last year was a lot of ups and downs.
Right.
It was a great year, but Mookie Betts was injured. A lot of pitchers went down. A lot of guys that were supposed to come back weren't able to come back. And then you get in, you're limping in, and then you have bullpen games in bullpen games in which was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so the willpower, the camaraderie, the teamwork, and really overcoming the adversity is the same thing right now that the city of Los Angeles needs, because between Pasadena, between Altadena, the Palisades, businesses, people losing homes, schools, the devastation, it's going to be decades before things are back to quote-unquote normal. Decades. Yeah. And this ball and the revenue generated from this ball is going to directly help people in a very big way.
You know, Mojo, this thing could ultimately go for $500,000, $6, $7, even upwards of $1 million. They could have kept that money instead of that. Again, big donation will help a bunch of people who are very much in need.
And you got to think, too, Babcock, that because this is for a good cause, that this ball might go for way more than what it actually should have gone for. I mean, I could see this ball at some sort of charity function. Maybe it's a black tie event, and people are just up in the ante just for a little bit of fun to do good with their money here. I mean, a lot of times people are spending millions of dollars for items that they're just going to throw on a case and hang in their trophy room and look at it once in a while, or maybe they're throwing it in a bank safe so they can sell it later and make a profit on this. But this is one of the few auction items where you can actually make a difference for a lot of people that are in need. I mean, think about how far $1 million can go. I mean, that's a lot of people that you can give a small piece to and at least turn around their day, if not their week. I mean, obviously there's great needs out there. There's people that lost their entire lives, and it is very expensive to rebuild a home and all your possessions that were inside of it. But I mean, for a ball, $1 million towards charity, I mean, this is fantastic. I hope people really rally behind this and just really push that rate.
Yeah, Mojo, I wouldn't be surprised that, like you said, there could be people who normally wouldn't spend the amount of money on a baseball who might just say, I want to help people. The amount, the recovery, it's going to cost an insane amount of money. No one person out there, not Mark Zuckerberg, not Elon Musk, nobody is wealthy enough to rebuild all that was lost in Los Angeles. But every little bit helps. Coming up next on TMZ Sports, Mick Foley involved in a bad car accident. Question is, how is the wrestling legend doing? Well, we talked to Mick. We'll explain next on TMZ Sports. Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, scary moment for a wrestling legend. Mick Foley involved on Tuesday in a serious car accident. Now, a lot of people at first, because of course yesterday was April Fool's Day, it was April 1st, a lot of people thought that this was a prank, Mojo. Look how bad that the wreckage is there of Mick's vehicle as he stands in front of a wrecked car. Sadly, it was not an April Fool's joke, but the good news is, Mojo, and you have gotten this directly from Mick, he is doing okay.
Yeah, Babcock. I mean, this one was crazy. I mean, me, like a lot of other people, I'm always on the edge of my seat trying not to get got on April Fool's Day, right? But when I saw this post, it didn't seem in character for Mick Foley, of all people, to post this. I mean, that's kind of a dark joke, right? Like, I don't know if that's necessarily that funny. And anyone that knows Mick knows he's just the friendliest, most personable, most helpful guy that you've ever met. You would not expect a joke like that from him. Yeah. So right away, you know, I really didn't think that that was going to be the situation. I was able to text with Mick a little bit yesterday, and, you know, he's recovering, but he's just in great spirits. I mean, you can't get that guy down. And I mean, who would be surprised by that, right? I mean, this is Mick Foley that we're talking about. Think about all the things that he endured during his wrestling career, being tossed off the top of the cell. Like, my goodness, I mean, this guy is the hardcore king. He's done more than just about anybody out there on the planet. So only Mick Foley could walk away from a crash like that. I mean,
right? And Mojo impose in front of the car, right? Like, the car is wrecked. And look, Mick's like, hey, I'm good, I'm fine.
Like, he looks fine. The engine looks like it's literally sitting in the back seat. The whole front of the car is gone. How he walked away from that is beyond me. Like I said, the whole car has been pancaked. I don't even know where his seat was for him to have gotten out of in the first place. But this is Mick Foley we're talking about, of course, posing in front of it. Extra cool guy, extra badass points, as if he needed any more. But it's good to hear, too, because, I mean, we make jokes, but this is a horrifyingly scary situation. But he came away mostly unscathed. I'm sure his head is ringing a little bit today, but prayers up for Mick Foley. We love him, and only him.
Yeah,
only
you're
him,
right. Who doesn't know someone, Mojo, that's been lost in a car accident? So anytime you see something like this, obviously it's a very sobering moment. We're so happy he's okay. And for Mick, I've got to imagine, to see all of the people, from the fans to fellow wrestlers, Mojo, like yourself, who are sending love to him, that's got to feel really nice to him. We obviously wish Mick a speedy recovery. Coming up next in TMZ Sports, Jason Kelce and Kylie Kelce welcome their fourth baby girl. We've got the moment that Uncle Travis met his 3-day-old baby niece for the first time. Super adorable moment. That's next. Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Mike and Mojo. Mojo, Jason Kelce and his wife, Kylie Kelce, have welcomed their fourth baby girl, Mojo. 4 up, 4 down, 4 girls. And they are wasting no time getting little adorable baby Finn, nickname, and Kelce, full name there, Mojo, getting Finn involved in the family business. 3 days old, baby already joining the incredibly popular New Heights podcast to meet Uncle Travis. Super cute moment. Watch this.
Ooh, look at that. Oh.
Hey, little muffin. Look at you. Is it hanging out with Mom? Tell Kai I said hello. I'm glad everything's went great.
Trav says hi.
Hi, Trav.
Do you want some?
Okay. I gotta go next door.
Will you record?
Hey Kai, Jason hasn't told me if you guys picked a name yet. Is this still a nameless baby?
No, she has a name. We had to fill out a birth certificate paperwork.
I thought that's how that worked. Is this Finny?
Yeah, Finn.
Finley and Kelce.
Yeah,
We're calling her Finn.
Kelce.
Finn Ann. That's adorable.
Jason refused to let me just go Finn, so I'm dead ass.
I love it.
Mojo, I'll say this. I feel like there's some pressure here now on Travis and his girlfriend. You might have heard of her, Taylor Swift.
I love his comment. Is that how that works? He's got to catch up to speed here just a little bit. I mean, they're still early in their relationship, and his girlfriend is a global phenomenon. So if anyone's holding that up, it might be her and her career and her lifestyle. Because, I mean, think about the billions with a B of dollars people stand to lose if she has to go away on maternity leave for a little bit. I mean, Taylor Swift on maternity leave, that's going to put a lot of people out of work and a lot of fans wanting to know what's going on. That's neither here nor there. Let me not get distracted here with the greater point. A huge congrats to the Kelce gang. 4 girls, a girl dad in every sense of the way. You got to love the name Finn. Best wishes to the entire Kelce family. You love to see it. A happy, healthy baby, a happy, healthy mama, and a global sensation in the works right now already. Her first debut.
All right, Mojo, we're just about out of time. Before we go, though, I want to send a big rest in peace to Val Kilmer, obviously a Hollywood legend who was a part of so many iconic roles, including that famous scene, the volleyball scene, Mojo, from the first Top Gun in 1986. Just an absolute stud of an actor. Val Kilmer will be missed, Mojo. Obviously, we wish the best to his family and friends. Tough way to end. Tomorrow, though, will obviously be a great show. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
Rest in peace, Val Kilmer, indeed. I mean, this is Batman that we're talking about, an absolute icon. Unbelievable in Top Gun as Iceman, but maybe even more powerful in the sequel, Top Gun Maverick. I mean, my goodness, his scenes were just emotionally punching, man. My goodness, gets you in your feels after watching those. But we will be celebrating the legacy here of Val Kilmer on TMZ Sports, and we're going to use that to make tomorrow the best show since today.
I'm a lawyer.